The car crash incident at the Niagara Falls US-Canada border station that occurred yesterday, 22nd, has attracted nationwide attention. After a night of investigation, the situation has gradually become clear. Local media reports indicate that based on the information currently available, the two deceased individuals may be a local man from New York and his wife. They had originally planned to attend a concert by the band Kiss in Toronto on Wednesday night, but unfortunately, the accident occurred at the border station. According to the current information, the incident appears to be accidental and is currently not related to terrorism. CNN reported that according to law enforcement sources, the specific identities of the couple have not yet been confirmed, but it is said that they reside in western New York. At the time of the incident, the couple was driving a speeding Bentley car and for some reason crashed into the barrier at the intersection between the United States and Canada border, causing the car to catch fire. Video footage captured the Bentley speeding through the intersection, crossing an 8-foot fence, and then exploding into a fireball, resulting in the death of the man and his wife inside the car. The explosion immediately raised concerns about a terrorist attack and prompted officials from Ontario and New York to temporarily close all border bridges between the two countries, as well as the Buffalo airport for takeoffs and landings. Several hours later, the FBI and New York Governor Kathy Hochul jointly stated that there was no evidence to suggest that the incident was related to terrorism. As of the current investigation, the couple driving the car have both passed away. Their original plan was to transit through Canada that day to attend the Kiss concert in Toronto. However, due to lead singer Paul Stanley falling ill, the concert was suddenly announced as cancelled on Wednesday. The couple reportedly learned of the concert cancellation and instead went to a nearby casino not far from the border. Shortly after leaving the casino in the Bentley, the accident occurred. The investigation into the incident is still ongoing, and there are many questions about whether it was an accident or intentional. At the same time, investigators are also looking into whether the driver experienced a medical emergency at the time of the incident, with sources suggesting that the driver's body may have suffered some form of injury before the high-speed Bentley car suddenly crashed into the barrier and flew into the intersection. Security camera footage released by the U.S. government clearly shows the car speeding through the wet road, hitting a lower median, and then soaring high into the CBP area east of the main vehicle inspection station. The car twisted in the air for several meters before crashing into a row of booths outside the camera's view and exploding, sending thick black smoke and roaring flames into the sky. A U.S. Customs and Border Protection enforcement officer told Global News that as a precaution, one on-site officer sustained minor injuries and was taken to the hospital, but has since been discharged. Governor Hochul stated that she will not declare the explosion as an accident as the investigation is still ongoing, but confirmed that the two deceased individuals were local residents and had no connection to terrorism, nor any apparent motive. She emphasized, "I want to be very, very clear with the American people and the people of New York that there is no sign of any terrorist activity at this time, no sign of any network threat or anyone to be held responsible. Everything is still under investigation, and I don't want to leave any uncertainty for the public." She later added, "Given what's happening in the world, everyone is on edge. This is an international border, and I can't say it's an accident yet, but what we do know is that it's a terrible event. A car was destroyed, lives were lost, but there is indeed no evidence of terrorist activity." Additionally, the FBI Buffalo field office also issued a statement indicating that no explosive devices were found at the scene, no connection to terrorism was discovered, and the case has been transferred to the Niagara Falls Police Department as a traffic investigation. Why do cars catch fire? Let's see what the engineers have to say. Every summer, there are many car fires. What are the reasons behind these car fires? As the weather gets hotter, car owners need to be careful because their beloved vehicles can catch fire. According to statistics, the probability of a car catching fire due to its own reasons is extremely low, less than 1 in 10,000. However, car fires can lead to significant loss of life and property for drivers. So, what causes cars to catch fire? Let's analyze the possible reasons for car fires. Self-ignition caused by high-temperature areas in the car. 1. Engine exhaust pipe. The highest temperature at the catalytic converter in the exhaust pipe can reach 700 to 800 degrees Celsius. It is usually located at the bottom of the engine compartment and can easily catch external combustible materials, such as straw, plastic bags, etc., causing ignition. Nowadays, many car manufacturers do not provide engine protection plates, and the later installed plates have various shapes, especially when passing through complex road surfaces, making it easy for combustible materials to get caught under the engine compartment. In addition, some careless mechanics may carelessly place a cloth, usually used to wipe off spilled oil when changing the oil, on the exhaust pipe and forget to remove it. The high temperature of the exhaust pipe during vehicle operation can ignite the cloth. It is worth mentioning that when designing the location of the oil filter, manufacturers should maintain a certain distance from the exhaust pipe to prevent oil from dripping onto the exhaust pipe and causing ignition. Point 2. Engine misfire. Engine misfire means that the unburned mixture is discharged from the intake valve due to a malfunction and is accompanied by combustion, which may ignite the air filter and intake manifold. The cause of misfire is due to a too lean mixture or ignition system failure. Nowadays, many car owners may face this risk when converting their vehicles from gasoline to non-standard gas at non-authorized manufacturers. Point 3. Halogen light bulbs. Halogen light bulbs can become very hot after being lit for a period of time. If they are improperly installed or have been impacted, the bulbs may detach from the fixed position in the lampshade, potentially igniting the surrounding plastic components and causing a fire. Of course, the increasingly popular LED lights are being adopted by more and more manufacturers. These lights generate very little heat, which can help avoid this risk. Point 4. Cigarette lighter. Friends who smoke should be aware that a cigarette lighter can generate high temperatures and may also ignite interior components. It is quite terrifying. It's best to avoid using lighters altogether. Leaving a lighter inside the car is even more dangerous. After being exposed to intense sunlight in the summer, a lighter left inside the car may explode. There have been incidents where a lighter fell into the seat slide track and the memory anti-theft electric seat. After the owner got out of the car, automatically slid and got stuck on the lighter, causing a fire. Point 2. Spontaneous combustion caused by automotive fuel. 1. Automotive fuel system. After long-term use, automotive fuel lines may age, and improper maintenance of the fuel line joints may cause them to loosen and lead to fuel leaks. This is one of the most terrifying scenarios for automotive spontaneous combustion, as gasoline is highly flammable, sparks are easily generated during vehicle operation, and burns quickly, leading to a risk of explosion. Many automotive fuel lines are now fixed to the chassis using clamps without adequate protection, posing significant safety hazards. In the summer, it is advisable not to overfill the tank, as gasoline easily evaporates and expands. Overfilling the tank in the summer can lead to increased pressure inside the tank, risking the bursting of the lines or fuel spray. Point 2. Other fluids, such as lubricating oil, brake fluid, etc., can also cause spontaneous combustion, so it is important to pay attention to any fluid leaks underneath the car and address potential issues in advance. 3. Spontaneous combustion caused by potential high-temperature areas in automobiles. 1. Automotive wiring harnesses are divided into power lines and signal lines. In the event of a short-circuit fault, the power lines can generate a large current and ignite the insulation layer of the wiring harness. Short circuits may occur due to the wiring harness rubbing against the car body sheet metal, abnormal maintenance causing accidental grounding, or a fault in a particular electrical component, such as a diode being punctured and conducting. This requires manufacturers to design fuses more reasonably, route the wiring harnesses properly, and improve insulation protection. Point 2. Switch contacts, wiring harness connectors. Long-term use of switch contacts can lead to increased resistance and heating due to factors such as electrical arcing. Similarly, connectors can experience increased resistance due to poor contact or insufficient contact area, leading to localized overheating and potential ignition. Many car owners add navigation, audio systems, and decorative lights to their vehicles in pursuit of comfort and a cool appearance. However, improper modification can increase the current in the wiring harness, causing it to overheat and potentially ignite. Short circuits in the wiring harness can also result in localized overheating and the formation of copper nodules due to momentary high temperatures. Instances have occurred where car owners modified their vehicles with xenon lights, but the connectors were not securely fixed to the body. As a result, the continuous vibration of the wiring harness caused the connectors to loosen and ignite. Although regulations in our country, which are not yet comprehensive, are beginning to address vehicle modifications and allow a certain degree of modification by car owners, modifications that affect safety and result in problems are unlikely to be compensated by insurance companies or car manufacturers. Point 3. Actuators. Damage to the control circuit or the actuator itself can cause the actuator motor to run continuously or become stuck, both of which can lead to overheating. Modern cars equipped with seat heating functions may experience abnormal heating of the heating wires due to faults, which can also lead to ignition. Point 4. External factors causing ignition. External items such as perfume, lighters, and air fresheners can act as unpredictable bombs in high temperatures. Many female car owners like to place perfume holders on the central console, and a spherical perfume holder can focus sunlight, potentially generating high temperatures and igniting the interior. With the arrival of summer, for safety reasons, please do not place these dangerous items in your car. What are the signs of a car catching fire? 1. Smell of burning rubber. When there are issues with the brakes or tires, this smell may occur, indicating the need for immediate inspection. Point 2. Smell of burning plastic. If you notice a short circuit in the electrical wiring or local smoke and heat, stop the car immediately to identify the cause and decide whether to continue driving based on the situation. Point 3. Smell of burning gasoline. If this occurs, it is likely due to a fuel leak, which mostly happens in the chassis area. If any abnormalities are noticed, prompt inspection is necessary. How to seize the critical 3 minutes to deal with a car fire. The first 3 minutes of a car fire is the initial stage of the blaze, during which the fire is generally not too large and can be self-extinguished under controllable circumstances. It is important to note that before opening the hood, the fire extinguisher should be prepared, as opening the hood can cause air convection and trigger a sudden flare-up. If the fire persists beyond 3 minutes, the fire may become too large to handle individually, and it is advisable to abandon the vehicle and seek help from the fire department. It is also crucial to have a fire extinguisher in the car at all times, so that emergency measures can be taken promptly in the event of a car fire. This is the best and most effective way to deal with a car fire. Car fire. Car fire.